Good evening. Welcome to the eModels at 9. Work. In our Halloween programme tonight, we investigate whether Foxx is a scary clown, having never seen them in the same room. We investigate if Chris is building anatomical models as a way of disposing of his victims.
That's underwater, that now.
Our undercover reporter discovers if Colin is the man who lives in the house where the curtains never open and the lights stay on all night.
That's really loud in my ear.
Does Pete mate buy all the sweets for Halloween trick or treat and never open the door? All this and reports from around the region.
I think that clock needs fixing.
I've got to tell you, when you've got an earphone in, that's really
Welcome
loud.
to the show.
Huh? I know. Oh, what happened then? I fell over.
If you fell over and lost it. Everybody's saying we've gone, but we haven't gone. We're still here.
It wasn't that bad that you had to turn it off.
Yeah. Would you like to do your technical announcement, Professor?
Yeah, I don't know what happened then, but I was like, everything went wrong.
We're back.
There we go. Well, that all went really weird.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, that didn't work as well as I hoped it did, but never mind.
Oh, well, never mind.
Welcome to eModels at 9. Yeah, again. Foxx. Yeah, don't press that button again.
I didn't press anything. It just fell over. I don't know. I think my computer's trying to protect my ear because that bell down my earphone was really loud.
Worked fine when you had it, Chris, didn't it, mate?
Yeah, I don't have any problem with buttons, but you know,
My buttons are working again now.
I know that's what you did.
Oh no, I've dropped.
Oh dear.
It took me ages to work that out, and then it wouldn't stop.
Oh, I'll go start it again.
It's alright, I just pressed all the wrong. People will look at the test card then because it all went wrong. I pressed all the wrong buttons when I dropped it. So, should we start again?
No, let's not do that again. No.
They just
Do I
let the
have to rewind the buttons now?
It's the fact that he presses the button and then it keeps going and he's looking at it going, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, where's the stop button?
See, I missed the trick. I could have blamed all the technical problems on Ted right now, and nobody would have known. This is where I really want the button that makes Ted go slap it on. That would have been brilliant.
Oh yeah. Just press any button and we'll just get him to say it. No one will know.
Ted, press a button.
Slap it on.
Yes. I forgot to put all the things in chat as well, so I'm pressing some button now for chat.
Can I take my tie off now?
Yeah,
I'm going to say I was feeling a bit underdressed.
I'll have to do the bit at the end, won't I? And thank you for watching. Good night.
Yeah, you've got to shuffle your paper and look meaningful at the camera.
Now remember to turn your television set off, and good night.
Well, good night. Good night, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Come again. Try the fish.
eModels at 9 with Ted, Foxx, Chris, and the new guy.
The other bloke.
The other bloke, Colin. Good evening. We're up to it. It's 9 o'clock, and
we're up to something.
Yeah, we're up to something. Yeah, and all that. It's Halloween, so scary things might happen.
They already have. Don't forget, of course, this is your show. You're in chat. If you're watching this and you can see there's a chat here, why not come and join it? If you can't see where you can type the chat, you need to be on YouTube to join in the live chat. So click on the YouTube icon that's down here. If you're watching this embedded in the eModels page or Facebook or somewhere else, click on the YouTube icon that's down here somewhere behind these guys, and that will magically take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the typey. And you want to join in because it's really good fun. If you want to get our attention, ask us a question. We do have the chat in front of us, so make sure to put your comment in big fat capital letters. If you don't want to do that, you can, if you want to, do a super chat, which is the little dollar symbol, or that way around, or that way, I don't know which way around it is. Little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That puts your comment in a big coloured box, and we have no option but to read your comment then, because we can't possibly miss it, because it pings up in the chat in a big coloured box. So you can do that. And don't forget, of course, if you've got no access to chat but you want to ask us a question, you can send your email to ted@emodels.co.uk. The address is up there. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to pick that up during the show and answer your question. So there you go. Back to Ted.
Me again already?
Yeah, I've got the wrong email open, I realised.
Yeah, have you got a fact of the week for us, Fox, while I think about what we do next?
I was just opening my email. Yes. Yep. Okay, back to me. Hello.
To you, to me, to you, to me.
It's that time of week when I have a fact open on my screen right behind the camera, so I can't see it.
Yay.
Yes, I try and educate you heathens in the way of science, because of course the only thing important in this world is science, and everything else is nonsense. So each week I give you a scientific fact to enrich and biggen your minds. So
before you do that, I've got to mention, he's doing it again.
What?
He's typing in the chat. He's not using his real words.
Colin, use your face words.
Yeah.
Colin, use your face words.
You was talking and I didn't want to interrupt.
we were saying to Colin how he keeps talking to people in chat, but you can actually talk to them on the telly now.
Yeah.
Go on, Colin. Do what you need to do. I'll wait.
Fault handles.
There you go. I don't really know how you would have typed that in chat, but there you go.
Oh dear.
All we need now is Pete. All we need now is a constant stream of messages from Pete on Skype, and we'll be done.
Yeah, I was a good girl. I got Skype and all.
Yeah.
So
Colin's now stuck in the Skype trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always worth continuing to watch all the way to the end, because we're talking to Pete, the big boss Pete live during the show, and you never know when he might have had one too many glasses of something pleasant and suddenly say, "Please give this prize away," or whatever. So you never know. He might do something fun. So just worth staying tuned. Anyway, today's science fact. Somebody keeps bleeping in the background. I can hear it.
I bet it's
anyway,
Ted.
Teddy, you're bleeping again. Yes, today in history, in science history, this very day, in 1992, scientists, using sonar to map Scotland's Loch Ness, made contact with a mysterious object, but declined to speculate what that implied about whether the legendary monster Nessie existed. The average depth of Loch Ness is 470 feet, or 145 metres, and it has a maximum depth of 788 feet, which is 240 metres. The term cryptozoology was coined in the late 1950s by French zoologist Bernard Heuvelmans, which sounds more German than French, to describe the study of such unverified animals. Loch Ness lies on the Great Glen Fault and is very elongated, some 23 miles at 37 kilometres long, with an average width of about 1 mile or 2 kilometres. Due to its great depth, Loch Ness never freezes. That was a lot longer than I thought it was when I wrote it down.
I've been there.
Have you?
I've been to Loch Ness. Didn't see Nessie.
And now there's Bo Nessie as well. Yeah, I've got to remember about Bo Nessie.
Bo Nessie, what's that?
I guess that's an
Bo Ness.
Is that a Nessie in Bo'ness then?
Yeah.
Chris is a southern, doesn't know Northern Lakes.
Never mind. That was a very interesting fact, Fox. Hope everybody took note, because they may be asked questions later.
You may do, may not, may do, may. How do you know? You'll never know until you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we've got the usual things tonight. We've got a couple of giveaways to do from last week. So if you haven't entered, if you haven't commented on last week's video, go and do it now. There's two big giveaways. What were they? Yeah. There was a lifeboat, and there was
lifeboat and an oldie worldy car.
Oh yeah, the Russian
Soviet passenger car. Yes.
Passenger car. Yeah. So there's that. So yeah, go comment. You might win one or the other. So I've got. What else is Belly and Bench? Don't forget Belly and Bench. We usually sort of throw that in, but we often talk about other things and it just passes us by. So we get all sorts. A lot of people in chat tonight. Who is in chat then tonight? Where, Chris?
Yeah, I'm in chat. Yep.
Yeah, you in
Yeah, I'm in chat.
Yeah, we're here.
I'm not in chat. I'm using real words.
Good girl.
You can write on pieces of paper if you want and hold them up.
Yeah.
I shall have a look at the chat. I'll go to the top. The top of the chat isn't obviously the top of the chat because of chat and things. It disappears. The first person I see in my chat is Clarky saying good evening and see you soon.
Why is he going somewhere?
I don't know. Then we have
Bye.
Robert Redlin, Frogspawn, Dad, Eric Graham, Bob. Festa 67's workshop's in there quite a lot. Pulled some assos in. Me, that Gross Models bloke's in there as well. But that was before we went live, so I was allowed to be in there then.
Yes. You can use typing in when you're not live.
AJ is in, Paul Horner.
Skullfish.
Indeed, yes. Anders Eriksson. Equal Pete. Lord Barkley the third. Sorry.
Is there a big Pete?
Is there a big Pete? No, it's
You've
not.
got Ickle Pete.
It's not little Pete. It's Ickle Pete. It's
Yeah,
different.
but Ickle means little, so
Ickle
means little.
You can't have Ickle Pete and Big Pete. It'd have to be, I don't know, Ig Pete or something. Or
Big Pete's the one who told us
Huge
all to
Pete.
get Skype.
That's true.
yeah. Zadster, did I say Zadster yet? I don't remember.
Yeah, you have now.
We have the ignored one. Good evening.
Welcome. That's a new. No, I'm not seeing that one, so welcome the ignored one.
Mark is in. Ray from Malta is in. Timber.
Timber.
Graham. Matt Bradford.
How do you spell that? Must be a nightmare on
Dave Jones. Lewis Williamson. Osric. Andrew Preston. Names that I've seen before, names that I've read out. George is in, George Gabriel.
Hey, George.
He says, greetings, ladies and gents. I'm not sure which one he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say yes.
Yeah.
Welcome, George. Don't often see George because it's a funny time of the day for George.
Plastic Monkey is in, as is Michael Jackman. James Chapman, Philip Prime. Edward's in. Natalie Williamson is in as well. Can't wait for this show after missing last week, says Natalie. Well, it's still there. You can go and watch it again later.
Yeah, good comment on it. Yeah.
Stephen Last, Swigging Pig, Wayne Hayward, Monkey 55500. I've got the right number of fives and O's that time. You see, Mark 3Bs is in.
People stop saying hello to Colin because he keeps typing back to you, and you're forcing him into a loop, into a vicious circle.
Toby Page can't stop giggling like a girl. I don't know if that's in relation to
know what's going on that side of the keyboard.
I think,
no idea.
I set him off giggling when we started the show wrongly.
We have
big idea at the start. I thought it was a big idea. Been thinking of that all day.
Dave Cardboard, Cynical Steve, Spitty Q8 is in.
How's the Angerm?
Andrew Holland. Haven't seen them on here yet. eModels UK, I've got up to there. That's where I am, right? Simon Payne, Brian Windmill, Phil Lewis.
That'd be pressing buttons.
You press the button and mate, are you going to do it again?
I'm going to do it again now. Look, I'm going to press the button.
Don't press that button.
Don't press any buttons.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Are we
That's
still
me
on
pressing
air?
buttons.
Are we still here? We're still here.
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
LD is in.
We could accidentally go to the end titles at any moment, so just who can say what can happen in the next 5 minutes?
Beckstorm, Matty's Metal Detecting South Wales, Christopher Ball.
We still don't know who he is, where he is, or what he does.
Phil
but,
Kett. I think that's everybody up to date. If I've missed you, apologies, but you know how it is.
Yeah, we'll probably catch up with you sometime. But well done, thanks, Chris. Yeah, it is a bit difficult that try to read through the list of who's in and then try not to repeat yourself.
Especially when it keeps moving as well.
Yeah,
only because people keep pressing buttons.
So if people could stop pressing buttons and stop typing while I'm doing that bit, and then I'll be able to catch up, and it'll be fine.
if
You know
everyone,
what's going to happen now, though? The minute you start doing it, everyone's just going to hit their space bar.
I ain't pressing no buttons, no nothing neither. No, not me. Not like that one there. I'm not going to press. That's the
In
wrong one
answer to
completely.
Jamie, without using my keyboard, yes, mate, I did get your message the other day.
There you go. How good does that feel, Colin? Doesn't that feel
Come on,
like much
roll up.
easier than doing this?
I've come over all of a quiver.
That's just the way you sat.
Yeah.
Now we do have very quickly. We do have two questions. one on email, one in chat. The first question that I spotted was from LD, who says, anyone answer need help? 2,000 point Warhammer army, is that a big army? No, that's typical size. That's typical when you go to your local store or having a quick game. 2,000 points is about normal. 5,000 points is when you start bringing lots of vehicles and Imperial Knights, and like 500 points is a quick skirmish. So 2,000 is about right. And we have a proper question on email, which I can't answer, but Ted or Colin might be able
you just give that to me because you want to say whether or not I can pronounce it.
Okay, yeah, go on then. Ted can read the email then, in that case.
Yeah, this is from Paul Lyons. He sent an email in to us. The email. We're having a look in the eModels email bag, and we found that there's one letter languishing in the bottom.
What, we've got letters in the email box bag?
It was never quite like Blue Peter or Magpie, was it? Now we'll go over to the mail bag. I think to have piles and piles of mail, we get one.
Yeah. One's better than none.
Yeah, at least somebody is taking the time to. Well, they don't even have to put a stamp on it now, do they?
Stamp on an email.
You're just putting off saying the foreign name, aren't you, Ted?
Yeah. I'm just putting it off. Yeah, Paul Line says I've just bought the 148th Revell B-17G Flying Fortress and was thinking of buying the Eduard.
Oh, good girl.
Eduard parts for the interior. Are the Eduard parts worth getting? I don't know. Maybe somebody in chat say whether or not the Eduard's parts are worth getting.
Yeah, they are.
All that, and we can't answer it. Go on, Colin.
Colin answered it. He said yes.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I got a Eduard. Oh, I've done it as well.
Eduard. Hang on.
Eduard.
For some reason, it's not locking on Colin for some reason. There we go.
I'll do it in a Foxx voice. Edward. Yeah.
Edward.
Yeah, I've got an Edward kit for my 148th Eurofighter Typhoon, and the detail they offer is up there. So if you're looking at having it in an area where you're going to display it and people are going to be able to look in the cockpit or anything like that, then it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, as I say, I've never used them myself, but I have heard good reports about them. So
it's very rare that you'll ever get photo etch upgrade parts that are not good, because just by the nature of them, they're a lot more detailed and delicate than plastic parts. So unless they're just manufactured badly and they're all the wrong shape and size, they're always going to be kind of awesome. Yeah,
trying to recreate the cockpit dash or whatever, I think that's the right word terminology. But it is, a nightmare to try and do, whereas the photo etch kit does reproduce that really well. So
so there you go. There's a lot of people echoing that in the chat, saying Eduard are pretty good. And well worth getting. So
Skullfish brings us back round to 80s TV, where he says Edward Woodward.
Yeah, that's the man with two wooden heads, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the Equalizer, wasn't it?
It was.
The original Equalizer. I like that. Good.
Just to go back to that question about the 2,000 point army, George says yes. It's a little bit large, but he also says, but a 2,000 point Death Guard with 50 Poxwalkers plus all the rest sucks. Basically 2,000 points is how many points in each unit costs a certain amount of points. It's up to you how you spend those points. You might have 3 Imperial Knights and that's it. Or it could be, 100 grunt troops, or it could be 5 vehicles. So 2,000 points is kind of the norm, but it's entirely up to you how you spend it. If you've got like George says, 50 Poxwalkers and the other guy's got 2 Imperial Knights, you're kind of screwed. So you have to kind of know what your opponent's fielding as well. But yes, it's about right.
Good.
Stewpot says, Callan Edward Woodward, who remembers that? I do, because we named our youngest son Callan.
Callan, and I don't remember that one. Was that a detective series or something?
I vaguely remember Callan. Yeah, but who
sounds familiar?
Did we all have a dad who would say that whenever he said Edward Woodward, he would use that basically when describing trumping in the bath?
No.
Is that just my dad then?
Just you, yeah.
No, I had one of them dads you didn't talk to.
Or people can never say Edward Woodward, can they? Woodward.
That's what my dad used to say. He's like somebody trumping in the bath.
Right. Yeah, so we'll have a look through. People have been mentioning Belly and Bench. See, Battles Metal Detecting South Wales says Belly 5 jam donuts from Tesco.
Oh, wait. I've got to find this now. I've lost.
Yeah,
It's quite near the bottom.
it's quite near the bottom because it's the first one I picked up. Now, when you go to Tesco and you buy jam donuts,
Other supermarkets are available.
yeah, and there's 5 in a packet. First of all, can you get into your car from leaving the store to the car without eating a donut? Can you get from the car? Can you get from the store to home without eating a second one? Then when you get home, you have to have the third one with your cup of tea, but then there's only 2 left, so you might as well eat them. So really, how fast can you eat your donuts?
Very.
Can you eat donuts without licking your lips?
No, not if you've got facial furniture. Not like, not if you've got a beard like me and Colin.
Keeps you for a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an impossibility, mate.
Yeah, some foods you can store in your beard, but when it comes to like jam and things that you get in the middle of donuts, you need to get that stuff out. It's just not. It's not pleasant.
You end up with crispy edging.
Knew a girl like that once.
Yeah, I always find that the donuts, you get your big bag shopping from Tesco, other stores are available. You put it in the back of the car, but you lift the donuts out to take in the car with you. You never leave donuts never travel unaccompanied.
Oh no. You normally have the seatbelt on in the front seat.
Yeah. Donuts have to go in the front passenger compartment with you.
And do you stare lovingly at them in the bag as well? Oh, soon.
Yeah.
Comment from Azadster. How much wood would Edward Wood chuck if Edward would chuck wood? I can almost read that.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, I was going to give it a go.
Flanker S35 says Sainsbury's do the best jam donuts.
Ooh.
No, we don't have a Sainsbury's. No, we're not posh enough.
Turns out old D was asking about the size of an army because he's got somebody potentially doing a commission for him, but he's being weird and not telling him what he needs to paint. So I would just say, you're the artist. You say, tell me what I'm painting or don't buy. There you go.
I just concur totally with what you say about Warhammer and nod knowledgeably.
Philip Prime is the next Belly and Bench that I can see in the list. It says Belly Cottage Pie, which was not quite as good as Shepherd's Pie, but it's acceptable. Bench Spitfire Dogfight video build ongoing.
Ooh.
I've probably seen that, yeah.
Where are we up to? Belly Cynical Steve says Belly was a ham and cheese toasty. Bench is a new build involving baubles.
Oh, it's the Christmas baubles. Yeah. All the Christmas decorations are coming out, and we'll be hitting your bench shortly to get them all repaired because they were broke when they put away last year, and they always end up on your bench. Can you fix this, Dad?
Now I'm going to break everybody who's watching this after this show. Go to YouTube and just do a quick search on YouTube for Rub My Baubles, and you'll thank me tomorrow. You'll thank me next week.
No.
I'm not doing it now. Do it later. Do it after this show.
Is this one of your special searches?
No, it's not rude.
Yeah, make sure you search for it on YouTube and not Google.
Yeah, don't search for it on Google. Search for it on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Wayne Hayward says scrambled eggs and beans on toast. Is that scrambled eggs and beans on toast?
Oh yeah, that's all right.
Or is it like one scrambled egg on toast and one beans on toast?
It must be cheesy beans though. Scrambled egg, beans, cheesy beans. That's great some beans.
And the men Christmas Sherman. Are you doing that now? Why are you doing that now? You should wait and do that while we're doing our Christmas build.
Yeah, because we'll be doing a Christmas build. Why are you doing a Christmas? You can't do a
Christmas yet. Ooh, too early.
Who are we up to with the food?
I've just done Wayne Hayward. So James Chapman is the next one.
James Chapman, strangely enough, says, where's my thing? James Chapman says, Belly, chicken korma, pilau rice, onion barges, naan bread, bench, Revel 124th London bus, still ongoing. That's how you tell us what you had for your dinner.
That'd be fine. I'd just forget about the London bus and just do the chicken korma, pilau rice, onion barges, naan bread.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll do me for the night.
After that point, whatever.
Yeah.
Edster says Belly hasn't happened yet, but will involve cold chicken and stuffing.
What, is he making a teddy bear?
Yeah, that's a bit like a Christmas after Boxing Day on Christmas, I think. Cold turkey and stuffing. Boxing Day. So soon be around, folks. Soon be around.
Have you heard the news that apparently the sort of pigs in blankets and stuff are going to be in short supply this year?
How could pigs and benches be short?
I don't know, something to do with
What's
meat,
that?
meat
No?
producing people and stuff, and being not so many people doing it this year.
Yeah, I did hear something about it. And sort of pigs in blankets are the new sprouts, aren't they? What you either look or you hear.
So there's not going to be a pork shortage before Christmas, but right at Christmas we'll suddenly have no pork sausages and no bacon. That seems a little suspect.
But you know,
So that they can put the price up again, isn't it?
Yeah. Is this a bit like Iceland last year when they said we're going to do sprouts with whatever it was,
Marmite.
on them, and then you got to the store. No, we haven't got any.
Yeah, they had some. I had some. It was lovely.
Yeah, just to get you into the store. Oh, while I'm here, I might as well buy some of these ordinary sprouts instead.
Yeah.
And a bottle of tub of Marmite, so I might as well make me own. Yeah.
Get a sprout on a fork. There you go. Done.
Yeah.
That was locked on me all the time then. I do apologise.
Yeah. Gaz Vickers, Belly and Bench is one for Ted.
Where sorry?
Gaz Vickers.
He's just underneath Dad doing his meng. Dad's doing his meng again.
Bench, back on the 109 from Edward. Belly, chicken and ham pie and mash. Pie and mash, yeah, you Southerners know about pie and mash, don't you?
Pie and mash.
That's right. Pie and mash is all right.
I always thought pie and mash was like a kind of beer or something down south. It's like a drink.
Oh, mate, it's all about the pie and mash.
Yeah.
George Gabriel says, Belly, beet soup, bench, Stormcast Eternals, evocators. Beet soup, it sounds good. I like beetroot and I like soup.
Flanker S35 says belly, sausage, beans, and potatoes. Can't go far wrong there, can you?
Can't go wrong.
Hasegawa SU35.
Ooh.
Carl Bloomer, I just jumped a little bit, but Carl Bloomer said he did a challenge for charity at work, eat 27 donuts in 5 minutes.
Ooh.
It took that long.
Yeah.
LD's had a steak and onion sarnie, and on the bench, broken dreams. Laugh out loud. Oh, bless.
Dear, we're going to have to find out about that.
Yeah, spill
Yeah. We're in the corner now. We have to ask.
Yeah,
Matt Bradford, he says, belly lasagna with large glass of red wine, bench, still the Liberator from Blake 7. That's in my head now. Oh.
Gaz Vickers says he's got his new eModels mug. Big thank you. It's a Mark II, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, that will be one of the remaining Mark IIs. So,
Yeah, new mugs are being sorted out. Many new mugs of many interesting variations.
Get to collect them and impress all your friends.
Dave Cardboard says I can't remember who it was that's making the Spitfire dogfight thing. He says, Spitfire dogfight? I thought all the Spitfires were on the same side.
Yeah.
See what he says there.
Cynical Steve says it's now to do with Christmas, Ted. I'm doing my usual trick of using something I shouldn't to make something entirely different. So Steve with his baubles. It's not
Baubles.
Right. Yeah. Baubles on the bench. Yeah. We won't mention that anymore.
Phil
had a roasted lamb shank and veggies, and on the bench has got an RS 1800 Ford Escort.
Ooh.
Must be a big bench.
Yeah, it must be a really big bench.
Yeah.
I never had an RS of any kind, but I did have an RS turbo steering wheel in my Mark II Fiesta 0.05 litre engine.
Did it make it go any faster?
It made it go. It meant I could turn corners because it had two little holes on the side of each of the. It had like two spokes.
You used to put your thumbs in, didn't you?
Yeah, but what I did was I just turned corners like that. I'm like, just go around the corner. I don't know why.
Because you could.
Because it felt really good. If I'd crashed, I would have taken my finger off. But
Did everybody come over and peer through the driver's door window and admire the steering wheel? Or that's not
no.
No.
More often than not, they were just admiring me swearing my head off in the car because it wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I suppose at that time. I suppose at that time in life, though, there wasn't any McDonald's car parks, were there? They hadn't arrived then.
What for doing donuts?
Yeah, doing donuts and pulls.
Should we go back? Not on donuts again. No.
Back to donuts.
Yes.
Donald McKenzie, belly, soft-boiled eggs and soldiers.
Yes.
I haven't had eggs.
I haven't heard of soldiers for ages.
Yeah. Bench, still the old AMT Dr. McCoy.
Vintage vinyl kit, that. The ignored one says belly, pepperoni, deep pan, bench, electrics for the Enterprise NCC 1701.
Ooh.
Nice. Ted, that's original series. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I really, no, I don't
He
know.
knows about Dr. McCoy as well.
I know.
Yeah.
Mark Scopes is weathering a tank on the bench, and in the belly he's got a crayfish roll followed by a magnum.
Ooh, very classy.
Mm.
Gaz Vickers says, model making guru, would that be the Weebles when I said about rub my butt? Yes.
What, they
Very
wobble
funny.
but don't fall down. What?
No, they rub the baubles
Yeah.
that they can look for after
Well,
the show.
yeah, it's amazing how just words sort of put music in your head, don't they? Weebles wobble, but they don't
See,
fall.
that's going to be in my head now, that tune.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Yeah. Weebles, they wobble, but they don't fall down.
Mm.
Oh, he's falling down.
Oh,
Give him a foot handle.
Someone call the doctor.
Yeah. Anders Ericsson says, belly, right now, coffee and fruit, earlier some salad, bench, Panzer IV, still on the hold, not really found my time to do any of my build at the moment. It's been a long-going project, that.
Stephen Hill Harris, bench Boeing 737 from eModels that I won.
Wait,
Belly,
oh yeah.
Stephen Hill Harris.
Yes.
Belly, beef stew in an hour or so. It's obviously still
Oh, nice.
hopefully beef stew. It's been simmering on the stove all day. It's put on first thing in the morning.
Hopefully with dumplings.
Dumplings. Ooh,
Dumplings.
Hopefully it's been in a slow cooker and that's just been downstairs all day. And because like when we do a slow cooker here, you go in the kitchen and it doesn't smell it, but you come upstairs and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, because all the smell goes up to it's dead nice. So if you're doing a slow cooker, retreat upstairs. It's the best way to be.
Where else were we?
Belly, KFC. It's always right.
It's
Bench,
never wrong.
124th Hellcat and a 1350 Tamiya Enterprise. I still can't find a shelf or wall space big enough for the Enterprise.
Oh. Carl Bloomer says, belly, chips and curry sauce, desk, 40k Warhound Titan. You are clearly made of all the money, Carl, because that's a big boy, that is.
Yeah, whatever that is.
It's a big resin kit about that tall, Ted. It's about $1.50. Like, it's not that much really.
Anders Eric said the belly right now coffee and fruit, earlier some salad. Oh yeah, it's diet day Monday, isn't it? Ben's Panzer IV still on hold, not really found time to do any build at the moment. Been a bit like that myself this week. I've been doing one-to-one house deconstruction.
Yes. What have you been doing, Ted? What's on your not bench?
On my bench at the moment, there's nothing on the bench at the moment, but the living room is full of rubble and soot. So,
yeah, you were digging holes in your walls, weren't you?
the wife said, "Can we take that fireplace out?" So we had a man that came round to give us a quote and said, "Oh, I'll take your fire. I'll disconnect your gas fire while I'm here." And he duly did. So now we have a huge hole. What was a little hole about that big is now a huge hole, 4 foot wide by about 4 foot tall, and it's original fireplace. So it's all Victorian soot.
Is this where you find out that the gas fire that you took away is worth $4,000? And
yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've just seen it for sale on eBay. That's the money. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Fortunately, no building this week, but I hope to get some time whilst we wait for all the stuff to arrive now. Where were we in the chat? I
don't know, it sort of jumped a bit and I lost it.
I did see that David Jones has Billy stuffed crust pepperoni pizza, and he has the 135 ARV Club Matador. I built that. Brilliant. Nice little kit.
Ted knows about that.
Lovely kit. It's one I actually did a diorama with as well. So,
that's the one not to get that one bit the wrong way around, isn't it,
Ted?
Dave Cardboard does ask you, Ted, did any small children fall out of the chimney?
There was lots of things fell out of that chimney. I didn't realise that such a small hole could generate so much rubbish and soot. I've got to find a man with a big van to take it all away.
Monkey 555 00 says hot curry noodle thing with bread to dip in it. Yes. And my 148th RF8 Crusader part vac form Revell kit 148th, having to mishmash my decals as I can't find any proper ones. Lol.
Vac form. Yeah. Did Revell do vac form?
No, I think it must be somebody else's.
Yeah, it's
like a third-party thing.
Horrible stuff to work with. Vac form. You need a degree in science to work with that. But
a degree in science. Which science? Yes.
All of them.
All of science. Jimmy Burns has just finished the Bandai 148 at
No, not at no.
No.
Is that so different?
Yes. 'Cause it's got
ATS
different-
is an ATT is ATST not the same as an ATAT?
No, you can tell because they're different.
One's got 2 legs, one's got 4.
Yeah, you see, I'm a wealth of knowledge. I know everything. Not.
Yeah. Phil Lewis says, my new mug arrived last week. I am currently slurping tea from it. That's many
good man.
hours. Yes.
Monkey 55500 says, looking forward to my first Telford trip. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Telford is coming up in
2 weeks' time.
less than 2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, in 2 weeks' time it'll all be over.
Yep. So I still haven't decided what day I'm going. If not for the 2 days, but I will be there in one day or the other.
I shall be there on the Sunday. If that influences your decision in any way. Ted's going to be there on the Saturday. Yeah,
I'll be there on Saturday. Just so that somebody's representing eModels, I'll go on the Saturday.
Oh, of course, that'll be what. Yeah, I believe you.
Phil Lewis says, belly green free stew. Wife forgot the veg. So it's a stew without any greens in it. So it's a green free. I had to read it twice before I got it.
Right, okay, yeah.
A green free stew because the wife forgot the veg. Bench ongoing Tamir Panther D, but he says tomorrow will be haggis and neeps, but not neeps and tatties, just neeps.
It's not Burns night, is it?
Don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, if you're gonna have haggis and neeps, you really want tatties as well.
AJ's got chicken Kiev, chips and beans in the belly. And he's
1975, hello.
And he's weathering a 1/24 scale Sea Harrier.
No, yeah, that's a nice kit. That and the chicken Kiev was that like the Findus chicken Kiev when you cut into it, it's a huge void and all
with some really watery, like garlicky water at the bottom,
and that sort of greeny type stuff runs all over your plate.
And all the chicken is just around the inside of the pastry case, and there's like this huge, like you say, a huge void. It's like, really?
Phil Lewis does say there will be tatties involved too.
Oh, jolly good. Natalie Williamson says, Connor got given a 132nd Triumph Herald starter when he went and visited the Hornby Visitor Centre on the way back from holidays. So that's on Lewis's bench as well.
Brilliant. Well, so yeah, just go back to chicken Kiev. I was at a certain certain frozen veg food store the other day and saw Findus crispy pancakes.
Yeah.
They won't be the same though, will they? Because they won't contain all the same noxious industrial military complex chemicals or anything. There'll be none of the like.
Yeah, I was debating whether or not to buy some just for old time's sake. What break your teeth on them.
The packaging looks exactly the same. I saw some the other week as well.
Orange.
But that's probably it. I'm eating the contents and not the packet.
Yeah. I did actually have some about 6 or 7 years ago for some reason, and I had the beef ones that like beef mince, whatever it was, and they were exactly the same and delightful in a terribly killing you horribly way.
Yeah, because it's not Findus that make Pop Tarts, is it?
No, that's an American company.
Yeah, because Pop Tarts are just just burn your tongue. You can't speak.
Yeah, that's just instant burns, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can't eat, sleep, or talk for a week.
Zadster says he spent 2 hours yesterday watching 70s and 80s Christmas telly adverts. And then a bit further down, Mark Scope says, Zadster, a man after my heart, bought a DVD with all the public information films on, Green Cross Code, Charlie says, etc., etc. Good man.
Good man, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I wonder if, is that all copyright? Can we not pinch some stuff off it?
Well, you know that eModels theme tune is kind of from the...
Borrowed.
Yeah.
I can always remember
public.
the Green Cross Code advert that had a rather dodgily dressed Alvin Stardust in it.
Forgot about that.
It's like, yeah.
It's amazing how you never see that one anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're all public domain anyway, so all those things. I think they're classed as public domain because it's produced by the government, so...
Well, yeah, it was public service announcements, wasn't it? So, yeah.
Like I say, that's why the music on the start of these videos is the thing from whatever it's called, Protect and Survive.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah. There is quite a lot of chat about Telford at the moment. We'll probably talk more about Telford next week because it's like the week before. But yeah, eModels aren't there officially, but as I say, some of us will be there or thereabouts. So if you see us, come and say hello, because we don't know what you look like.
Yeah, well, some of you.
Yeah, you should wear a little sticker just as your icon there.
Yeah,
just,
with your
just,
name on it. Yeah.
just put in a little sticker and wear that.
No, but it's got to be bigger than a little sticker. We'll never see a little sticker. Wear a big hat. Big top hat with your YouTube name across the top of it.
Yeah,
Get a big foam hand and get a massive foam hat that says "We am the best."
well,
We'll know who you are.
Yeah, you could have one of them little speech bubbles that you see in them, games that people walk around and we'll see all these little speech bubbles.
If I was
get
going, sorry, come.
No, go on.
If I was going, just look out for the bloke walking around the keyboard chatting to everyone.
Everybody wear like a Sims jewel on the top of the head. There was a very important question for Ted.
Oh.
And I'm going to read it verbatim, exactly as written, because it's intended to be. Dave Cardboard says to Ted, "Did any small children fall out of the chimney?"
I already asked that one.
Did you?
Yes, and I did also say chimney.
That's what he says. It's chimbley. Although if he was northern, a northern man would put a B in there for chimbley.
Chimbley. I've not heard chimbley.
I'm just wondering whether I have a picture. I think I have a picture here of the
small child falling out of the chimney.
Me doing a Dick Van Dyke impression.
Cool, blimey, governor!
Oh,
Mary Poppins!
Yeah. No, it seems to have gone.
Well.
Unless it's somewhere else.
Someone said cake, and I'm just thinking about cake now.
Oh yeah, no, you just said cake, and I'm thinking about cake. Thanks for that.
Not my fault. I read it.
If you read it, everyone reads it.
The Dick Van Dyke impression, but there it is.
Cake.
And is that?
Okay.
Let me look it on Ted.
Yeah, is that? Oh yeah, it's right.
That's not the right picture, Ted.
I'll tweet it.
That's Ted going, he's causing a bit of a kerfuffle.
A bit of a kerfuffle?
A kerfuffle.
Is he having a laugh?
I've just had a news flash, and I don't like the news flash that I just received. Ed says, "No donuts at Telford."
Who says that?
Ed. That's just, I refuse to acknowledge that as a message, so no.
I would actually say those words were never written and don't exist.
That's cost of admission. It's the admission charge plus donuts.
Because everybody knows Dad always brings donuts.
Yep. It might be
Dad doesn't bring donuts.
It's not going to be the real dad.
Yeah, if Dad doesn't bring donuts, all the ravens from the Tower of London fly away and the monarchy collapses, which isn't a bad thing. And then other bad things happen.
Yeah, they're a bunch of donuts anyway.
Donuts.
Matty's Metal Detecting South Wales says, "Foxx, all this talk of food will make me fire up the poppity ping later."
Oh, I love that. The poppity ping. That's the slang Welsh term for a microwave. Because you put your popped in, ping. That's what it does. I love that. I love that phrase, poppity ping. Thank you for that, Matty's Metal
Ashley
Detecting.
Sparrowhawk series is fork handle.
Fork handle.
Ostrix 9000 said he's waiting for the cheesecake to defrost. You don't need to wait for it to defrost. It'll defrost in your belly.
Put it in the poppity ping. That is the best phrase ever. I love that poppity ping. You pop your food in and it goes ping. Mark Scopes, there we go. Mark Scopes says, "Stephen Hill Harris, you were lucky Paul Gadd, aka Gary Glitter, didn't go to your school."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's okay. Dad says, "If you want a donut, you'll have to stand at the boot of my car." That's perfectly fine. Yep.
Yeah, we'll all hang around the back of Ted. No, the back of. Never mind. Moving on. Anyway, I can beat Gary Glitter going to your school at Mark Scopes because Fred Talbot was my biology teacher. So there you go.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah. Did he fall off maps of England at the same time as well?
No, that was after.
Mark
Scope says the Welsh slang term for a microwave meal is a stab and ding. I love that. Stab and ding, make the holes, make it ding.
Let's have a look.
And I think we're up to date on the chat there.
Yeah, I think we got up.
Now I haven't had any. I'm not seeing any chatter from the governor in the Skype, by the way. So I think he might be asleep.
I think
we might be safe tonight.
Yeah, I think the boss has told him, "You stay. She's unplugged the telly and pinched the fuse out of it. Yeah, you're not going on there tonight." Yeah, that's it.
Because we know that Pete Mate is the big boss, but really Mrs. Pete Mate is the big boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in charge. Yeah, we know who's in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's warned him. Yeah, because even who else is in charge? Even Gav is in charge, isn't he? Which frightened him last week because Gav thought he was going to have to do what's in store.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean James?
James, even.
James.
Yes.
Don't forget, it's my age.
A question from Flanker S35. It's a proper grown-up question, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Question from Flanker S35. He says, "Is it worth paying extra for a compressor with an air tank attached?" Yes. If you want a compressor that isn't on all the time, so it's not just going for like 45 minutes, which will hate everybody in the house will hate you.
Yeah.
And also it helps with airflow. The tank holds the air. When you're spraying the air out from the airbrush, it's coming from the tank, so you get a stable airflow. If you get a compressor that's just a compressor, then the piston engine is going like that, and it's putting out little puffs of air. It's not usually noticeable, but you can end up with like a effect very fast. Yeah, like a sputter effect, because it's doing little pulses of air. Whereas in a tank, the pulses of air from the compressor are going to the tank, and then it's being evened out through the from the tank to the airbrush. However, if your budget is a bit strict and you can't afford a big one with a big tank, don't panic. You can get round a little compressor without a tank if you use a very long air hose. It's not ideal, but it'll give you a lot of air hose, and the air can kind of build up in the hose, and it might ease off the sputter a little bit.
It's just a very small, long, thin tank.
No, that's the way I used to do it for a long time. Before I got this Sparmax, this one that's down here, mine was just a tankless compressor, but it was a super long hose. Yeah. And the hose, as Foxx says, the hose itself acts as a reservoir, and it also smooths the air out as it comes up. But when you start spraying, when you start spraying, the compressor runs all the time.
Yeah, there are some compressors that only run when you pull the trigger, but without a tank, they're going to be running as long as you've got the trigger pulled. And if you're sharing a house with someone, or like me, I'm upstairs, so I've got my compressor with the tank, but I've got a big block of foam, because through the floorboards, all you can hear is, and it's like, it might be quiet up here, but downstairs it's like a train going past. So when I had a little tiny compressor that was like this big, it was on permanently, and then it shuts off after 45 minutes. So it is worth spending the extra for a tank if you can get one, but if you can't, don't panic. If you're just getting into airbrushing, you don't necessarily need to spend all the money. But do give the guys at eModels a call, because they'll be able to more than happy to advise you based on whatever your budget is. They'll get you pointed in the right direction if you want a tank or tankless.
But having one without a tank does give us the opportunity to say that he wants a long hose.
Not hose.
Yeah, what's a long hose? Oh, he says he's going to make a compressor that's got bellows on it, and he's going to make the kids jump up and down on it.
Yep.
There might be some pulsing with that one.
Yeah, it's just going to go up.
Flanker says only about 20 quid more, so we'll go for it. Absolutely. If it's 20 quid more, just go for it. It's going to make your life a lot easier. The compressor will work less, and you'll get a steadier.
Yeah, if you look at on that one from LD, if you look around the internet, the people will tell you all sorts of ways to save your money by buying a tractor in a tube and filling it with air, and then using that as your reservoir. However much you want to spend. Dave Cardboard says his compressor is basically a fridge motor, which is dead quiet, plus tank water trap regulator. Yeah, I've seen compressors built out of fridges before. They work.
Well, the much better use for a fridge is to just put beer in it and use it as a fridge.
Keep the fridge, put beer in, buy a compressor.
Buy a compressor.
Don't drink and compress. Don't drink an airbrush. It's not good for you.
Put the compressor in the fridge with the beer.
Yeah, no, keep it quiet. You'd never hear it then, would you? Because the door's shut.
When you shut the door, are you sure the light goes out?
Yeah, that's one of them questions, isn't it? A bit like why was Bob Monkhouse shiny? Yeah.
I've never heard that one, Colin, but I'm going to ask now.
And you look at old pictures, he was very shiny.
The man with a million jokes. All better the jokes than the ones we have.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Perhaps that's why he was shiny.
Stephen Hill Harris says his first airbrush was inner tube powered. Yeah, so see, it does work.
He then says not good. So
Well, there
He
was a
follows that
fella
with-
on YouTube made a air reservoir using cola bottles. You know, the 2 litre other drinks are available. The 2 litre plastic bottles as air reservoirs.
The thing is, though, at the end of the day, if you're going to spend money on a kit and money on the airbrush and money on the paints, and you're going to go to all the trouble of spraying it, you may as well try and do the best job you can do. You don't have to buy the most expensive 500 quid compressor, but you know you can get a decent compressor for 60 quid upwards. But it's like buying a Formula. It's like buying a top of the range sports car, but putting a 2-stroke moped engine in it. If you put a weak point in your chain somewhere, your results are gonna suffer. And if you're gonna go to the effort of airbrushing, and because it takes a lot of effort, and you want things to look as good as possible, you may as well just make the effort and get the good kit, because then you'll get the best results.
What you could do, as we always say, what you could do is phone up eModels and tell them what your budget is and what they can suggest for you, and work around that.
Yeah.
They are really cool. They won't try and stiff you for whatever most expensive piece of kit they can say. They will go off what your budget is and what you need. If you're a beginner, they won't try and sell you the most expensive airbrush or compressor, because they know you're not there yet. That's later on when you've got used to it. So they'll know how to look after you. So do give them a call and ask them for their advice, because they'll be more than happy to let you know.
Simon Payne is able to answer the question about the light in the fridge, because he's got a fridge with a glass door. He says yes, the light.
So posh.
Oh, that is. Yeah.
It's either posh or he's nicked it out of a pub.
Yeah.
Or it's
Is that not a beer fridge?
Yeah.
Or could it be really like 1970s frosted glass? So it's probably got an avocado bitter bath set as well. I nearly said an avocado beer set, and that sounds much better.
Yeah. Speaking about that, pub beer fridges and glass doors, I find they never work well when I used to work on the boats. They never work well on a boat, because the doors used to, when the boat rocked, the door would roll open. And when the boat rolled back, the bottles would fall out before the doors broke.
So you'd have to drink them all to save them breaking.
Yeah, I'd have to open them all to check that they weren't all shook up.
So what you're saying, Ted, it was absolutely brilliant, really.
Yeah, it was good job.
Yeah.
I think it was
I love
brilliant.
my
I
job.
don't remember very much about it.
Yeah, I love my job.
I used to have to phone the wife up. Hello, it's been a rough day. You have to come pick me up.
I can't get home because I'm at work, and I've been at work, and I've been working. About 8 bottles I've worked. I've worked about 10 bottles.
It's been a rough day. You'll have to come pick me up. I love you, I love you.
You're my best mate.
Oh, dear.
Right, what are we doing?
Shall we go and do the watching store already?
Yes.
It's not my turn.
So whose turn is it this week for the What's in Store then?
It's the new guy.
It's the bloke who's got all the tabs open, hence why his webcam is struggling.
Yeah. So Colin's now going to type all the things in the chat for you.
Yeah, I know. I've been really good. I've had to
You
put
have.
my keyboard over there so I don't do it.
Yes.
Remember,
People might think we're being cruel, but we all know each other really well, and we all know that like every show one of us will be the butt of all the jokes. It's the way it is. So
And I'm the new bloke at the end of the day, so I kind of
you're still a
expect it.
T-boy. Yeah, you're still a T-boy. Till somebody else joins us, you're the T-boy.
It's only been
I'll
2
do
years.
a
but I
better
can't
job.
believe now.
Yeah, hopefully do a better job than that one who was making our tea at eModels, who got all confuzzed.
Yeah,
Shut
He was all right,
it. Shut it.
No names mentioned, but he might also be wearing a hat.
I have to say, I did find the other day, and it made me think. The story from the other week was when we all went to eModels, and I decided to make everybody a brew. And then, as soon as everybody told me what they wanted, I instantly forgot what everybody. I had to keep coming back out and saying, "What did you want? You wanted the tea?" And it was just like the two Ronnie sketch where Ronnie Barker's trying to take the drinks order at the club,
Yeah.
and he's like, the two pink gins and it's that basically.
Oh, it was funny. We didn't help though, because he said, "Anyone want a brew?" And all these cups just appeared from round the corner. There you go.
Yeah, I think next time we go down, we should take a list.
Yeah.
Ted, tea with one.
Bring your own cup with your chosen beverage written on the side of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, we could always have a word with Pete, and he might be able to put that on our builders' cups. How we take our tea.
Oh, there's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not had them printed yet, Pete, don't put tea on my cup.
Yeah. We can make them Foxx proof. We can have our tea on the back.
Yeah, picture of Foxx with coffee, no sugar.
Yeah,
Picture
mine will
Colin.
be tea
Picture-
bag bobbin, 2
Yeah.
spoons.
Yeah, Ted.
2 spoons,
Yeah.
4 handles.
Picture of Ted, gin.
What kind of tea would you like? Gin. How do you take your tea? Gin.
Yeah, Ted's is going to come in a glass so that you can see the gin level. Oh,
yeah. But the thing is, on Ted's like gin level glass, it's just like that, and it's got little markers: refill, 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 refill.
he's got a ball that floats up and down.
Dad says I'll take my own mug and keep forgetting to bring it home again. Is that why eModels give your mug?
Yeah.
I wonder why they keep having more and more mugs in the eModels cupboard. It's quite amusing. It's like we'll go there one day and it'll be full of Scaly Models mugs, and we'll be like, "Yeah, Dad keeps forgetting to take them out."
Yeah, bless him.
Dave Carbon's at a good point. You should work in an office with tea machines. Everybody knows what the formula is. 53 strong. Yeah, that's it. Do you want a cup of tea, John? Yeah, 42, please.
Oh, I've just on a bizarre coincidence. When I used to work, the last company I used to work at in an office, it was 42 plus was my coffee with extra sugar.
Was there actually like 53 different varieties, or is it not work like that?
No, it's like black coffee, white coffee, 1 sugar, 2 sugars, latte, mocha, choco, poco, chococino. It depends on the machine, but sometimes it's tea, coffee, water. What?
How did it get up to 53 then?
Because you had soup and orange juice and stuff as well in some of them.
Yeah. Usually the first number is whether it's tea, coffee.
Oh right. Oh, so it's not 50. It's 5 and 3 and straw. Okay,
Yeah.
Sure.
So 5 and 1 could be tea, no sugar, tea, no milk. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Tea, no milk, no sugar. It's just heathen nonsense. I don't understand.
That's just water.
Yeah. Anyway, we're
Colin, off you go.
We're enabling Colin.
We're going to do the old what's in story poos, yeah?
Yes.
Oh well,
Okay,
Foxx has got to do his
hang on a minute. Hang on.
Oh, it's not going to ping again, is it?
Move it a bit back to the microphone, Ted. That would be nice.
And now we go across to Colin with what's in store.
Happy days. Cheers for that rather brilliant little segue there. Right.
Hello. We've got some flashing going on there.
Oh yeah, it's because
is that just special effects?
yeah, it's a slight technical glitch.
Well, while Colin has a play with that, I shall do my spiel and say, don't forget, of course, there is a theme tonight. There is a theme to Colin's What's in Store. And when Colin has finished showing you all the things in the world that you want to buy, which of course you do, you will need to guess the theme. However, Colin will say when he's finished, what is the theme for tonight? Go. And you must not answer in chat before he says go. If you do, we will ignore you, point at you, and laugh riotously at your answer. It will be ignored. So make sure you wait till Colin says, what's the theme for tonight? Go. And whoever gets it first right in the chat, and it's not the chat on your screen that you see, because that's tailored to you. It's this chat here. That's the way YouTube sees it. Whoever's first in the chat will win an mug. So I shall now pass it back to Colin. So don't put your answers in yet, whatever the theme might be.
You ain't done your thingy.
Oh yeah, there's always a gap between video and chat by this point. So before you do anything, hit refresh on your browser and drag the slider. So refresh and drag. Refresh and drag.
Hopefully I've stopped flashing at you now. That sounds
wrong. Let's go back to Colin and see.
Yeah,
there we go.
So first on the list tonight is the Mini Art 135th Valentine Mark IV Red Army with Crew model kit, and it's kit number 35092. I would give you some details, but there's not an awful lot of it. So it's a tank and some crew by the look of it.
Yeah, being Valentine, did you never know who the driver was?
Exactly. Yeah, you know, they might have had some special cards in there for all I know.
Yeah,
so,
a romantic tank.
Yeah, that's available there, made by Mini Art, and it is a £30 and 33 of the Queen's Pet. So that's the first one. Menu discipline.
Yeah, menu discipline.
He's learning.
Stay on target.
Yeah, you just got to wait for my tabs to open, I'm afraid.
Tune in next week when you hear Dr. Bob say, can we have dial-up next week?
Yeah, I know. Next
do you need new AOL disc, Colin? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I really am on the world's slowest computer. It should be in the museum.
Colin's still on dial-up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am, yeah. The next up,
Ted, your hearing aid's gone again.
I'm sitting here rattling mine. Next up is the Tamiya 1/10 scale lunchbox red edition transit van.
Lunchbox.
Yeah, and this is an RC assembly kit that recreates a fun and boxy classic van with oversized monster truck tires.
Yeah, this is a classic Tamiya remote control. In the same way you've got like the Frog and the Grasshopper.
Yeah,
Are two kind of classics even. This is another one of their classic RC kits. Because Tamiya, not everybody knows that Tamiya do a lot of remote control stuff, and eModels are a big remote control stockist. Little hint there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I
So yeah,
think if you
Tamiya have
need
done a
to,
few of these, but this is one of their classics.
I think
Feet.
Pete's the man you need to speak to if you're interested in RC. Follow up eModels. I'll speak to Pete. He's the man that knows all about them.
It features a wheelie bar in at the rear as well.
Dave Carwood has a good question. He says, "Does it come with the lunch included?"
Yes, you never know, do you? See, so
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, I think it should come with cheese and tomato sandwiches on white cheap bread.
Yeah.
Squashed together.
yeah. A sprue surgeon says it's not a transit, it's a GMC. Yeah, mind you, don't trip over them rivets, Mark. Bless you. Yeah, it includes a 540 motor. So we've got that one there. Next up,
And the next one.
we have
Eventually.
it's one of Chrissy's specials here. It's a Limburg.
Remember, it's the third one, and you always have to buy the third one.
Yeah.
No.
And
Yeah, I just wondered if the picture was going to start building up from the bottom.
yeah, it is the Lindbergh 1/1 human eye plastic model
Yes.
kit.
Can we beat the tooth with the human eye?
Can we beat
Aye.
them? Yeah, exactly. And as far as I can tell, this one is again on a similar vein.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah.
remove the outer part of it and see inside all the gubbins and everything that goes on in there.
Now, Andrew Preston, I think his comment may be out of sync with what you're showing, but he says, "Awesome kit, I've got one very fast."
Yeah, I think
Very
that
fast
was
human
probably
eye.
the previous.
Yeah, Jamie Bone saying he's got his eye on me.
Aye,
Aye.
aye.
So yeah, that's that one.
Yep.
We've then got the Zebrano 1/72 scale Red Army pickup with a 4M gun.
Imagine it until it appeared. There you go.
Yeah, it's one of those little quirky models, isn't it? You know,
I've
you
got to be
see it-
honest. I'm only half seeing the image because it's behind my camera. But is the guy in the back wearing like a Pikachu hood in green or a Batman
Yeah,
cowl?
it
It
just
looks like a Batman cowl in green.
Yeah, it's just a onesie.
the eye. No pun intended, being that we've just looked at an eye.
Yeah.
So
He's got like some kind of onesie on it with his head hood up with little ears on it. It's quite amusing.
yeah, it's just one of those quirky little things that caught me attention in there, and you know, for 33 quid, yeah, you know, it's worth a punt, isn't it?
Flanker does say, "Isn't it a bit of a niche market, the one-to-one body part kits?" Probably, but they're quite good fun. If you didn't notice, I did the foot. My last eModels build, which is up on the eModels channel alongside this video. They're not bad. They're interesting.
They're actually made as display models for education. That's what they're made for.
Well,
It's just a bit of fun that they happen to stock them at eModels. But Lindbergh make them for educational purposes. So
you know, you've got the tooth. I think they've got the human ear one as well, haven't they?
There's
We've got,
a
like-
5 senses, I think. There's one that's got like the digestive tracts, and there's
Yeah.
quite a few in the series.
Yeah.
yes.
You could put the
Ray
bottom
Aquilini-
into your own body.
Ray Aquilina is off. He says, "Good night, my friends. Thanks for coming."
Good night,
in,
Ray.
Yeah,
take
take
care,
care, buddy.
Yeah, they do a lot of the sort of body part. Lindbergh do a lot of normal kits, but they also do those big ones, and they're actually medical display models. It's a very niche market, but hey, they're fun. So
Yeah, but they're good fun to do, and that one,
yeah,
there,
educational.
yeah, that one there's in 1/72 scale, so that's the Red Army pickup.
We are a bit rubbish that we talk about all the other kits when you're on one kit, don't we?
Well, we just the chat's always the kit behind because
Yeah, we blame it on the chat. There you go.
Next up, we've got
Scrolling.
Eventually.
yeah, Carl, get the big suspender for the
the Traxxas.
for the Google Chrome.
Now I would say, Defender, but It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm a Series 3
Again,
man,
I saw that one and looked at it. I saw the red truck and
Yeah.
just thought,
Dad says mine.
yeah. And this is for the old RC folks. There's a little video underneath as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
this is
forget that.
RC. I didn't realise this was RC. I thought it was just a static defender.
Yeah. So if you're into that sort of thing, you know, let Pete know at eModels, and you can have a chat with him about it if it's your thing. But it's got all the suspension detail, gearing, and servos and everything all in there. And yeah, again, you know, it's a landy, in it. You know, as a
I quite like the defender. I know Foxx likes his Series 3 and things like that.
yeah, I used to have a little short wheelbase one years ago, and it's just
See,
one of them endearing things that sticks with you.
See, to somebody who likes who loves Series 3s like me, Defenders are like namby-pamby poncy ones, all the mod cons. That,
Yeah,
it's not a proper Land Rover.
It's got creature comforts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got creature comforts like actual seats.
Yeah. What do you mean carpet in a Land Rover?
What do you mean heating?
Windows that close.
Yeah, what do you mean windows?
Loads of information there on there. There's also a little video as well.
Yeah, don't press play.
It swings.
It's pretty much, you know, it's got some waterproofing going in there. It's got snorkel detail as well, so it doesn't go glug glug when it.
But like we said, the eModels are are remote control stockists. They also do a lot of drone stuff as well. So if you're into drones as well as remote control, you hit them up. They have a lot of stuff, spare parts, all that kind of stuff. They're kind of big stockist of remote control bits and bobs.
Yeah, definitely.
Matty says he loves the Land Rover kit, and Frankie Goes to Hollywood says the TRX4 is one of the best chassis on the RC market.
Yeah,
awesome. And of course, a friend of ours, it's Cynical Steve, I think Steve Monday, would just take that body off the chassis and put a load of like scratch-built spaceship stuff on it and make it even more awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, we've got
Finalmente.
Eventually,
the Revell 1/28 scale Fokker Red Baron triplane.
It's a funny scale, but it's going to be rather large in 1/28 scale.
Yeah, it's just one of those. I mean, I looked at the dimensions of this: 211 millimeters by 262 millimeters. So,
is that a photo of the kit there as well?
Yeah, it's.
Do you think?
Very careful how I say this. It's a bit of a big Fokker.
Yeah, it's rather large.
Yeah, it's. I've got one above me in the stash at a different scale, and it's one of those planes that I can remember building as a child that everyone just found endearing, didn't they? To try.
Yeah, the same as the SOP with Camel or the Spitfire or the Sherman tank. You've always, if you grew up in the 70s or 80s, you built one.
No, I'm just thinking how they got it to such a strange scale at 1/28. Do you think?
I think Revell do it a lot with some of their kits. They just sort of design it and build it, and then work out what the scale is.
I was just about to say exactly the same thing.
Or does somebody take it in the boardroom? Right, we've got this new airplane, but there's a slight problem. We've built it the wrong scale.
Yeah, it's one of them. I don't know whether it's because it's one of their introductory type kits to get people into the hobby. I don't know, but
it's just Revell being Revell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just an endearing little triplane at the end.
I've got to point out as well that if you go back to the picture of the kit with the ground crew and the pilot, is it just me, or does it look like the pilot on the far left is kind of dying for a wee? Is it like, oh, come on, into the wee,
yeah, quick, hurry up. But yeah, so that's the Revell 1/28 scale Fokker Red Baron plastic model kit. So, want me to have a quick recap, gents?
Yeah, go for a recap, because don't guess what the theme is yet. It's not time yet.
Item 1 was the Mini Art 1/35 scale Valentine Mark IV Red Army with crew. Number 2 was the Tamiya 1/10 Lunchbox Red Edition by Tamiya. Number 3 was the Lindbergh 1:1 scale Human Eye. Then you have the Zebrano 1/72 scale Red Army pickup with 4M gun.
Limited edition, no less.
Limited edition, yeah. Then you have the Traxxas TRX for Land Rover Defender. And finally, a Revell Fokker triplane.
Yeah. Now remember, we don't know how many of these are in store or in stock. They might have 1, they might have 1,000. So if any of these tickle your fancy, especially the human eye, because we all know you want that one. If any of these tickle your fancy, what do they do, Ted?
Slap it in your basket.
And what else do we tell them?
It's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, get it in your basket. But remember, if there might just be 1 in stock, so if you leave it to the end of the show, somebody else might have come and snatched it from your basket and paid for it.
It might have gone now. Might have already gone.
Might have gone now. So get it in your basket, get it paid for, get it shipped and ordered, and there you go. Happy times.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying they like the triplane, so you could be competing for it. So slap it in your basket.
Slap it in your basket. Yeah, that is richtig. I'll unlock it from Colin. Colin, you may give the command when ready.
So if you've refreshed and dragged, go.
Yeah, what's the theme? Whoa. Oh, Ted, move that away from the microphone.
It always goes off twice.
I forgot to actually try and guess what the theme was, so I'll let Colin
we've got
decide.
lots of answers.
Yes.
Are they the right answers?
Waiting for you, Colin.
Because you haven't actually told us what the answer is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, not that we couldn't guess.
Well, the first one that I can see this end is Phil Kett with red.
You've got your chat on top chat, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a couple before that.
Yeah, we've got Cynical Steve was actually the first.
Oh, have you? All right then. Cynical Steve.
Oh no.
I can see Cynical Steve is first as well.
Have you got your chat on top on the
Oh
top
yeah,
chat?
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That went well, didn't it?
Just as we, it's our usual standards.
Yes, I love. Don't worry about it. It's how it normally goes.
Yeah,
So what?
we run so efficiently here.
Yeah. So well done, Steve. Send us an email. It's up there. I'm pointing, but I'm not even on screen. See, we're net. Up there, ted@emodels.co.uk. Put in the title that you won a mug and give us your name, address, and your YouTube handle if it's different to your actual name on screen. And make sure you say you won the mug, and we'll send that on to the eModels guys, and they will send you a mug.
And mug.
Yeah. It might be a series 2, or it might be a new series.
It might be. We don't know when they're available, so yeah.
I think to be fair, should we give Phil Kett a mug as well? I think we should.
Yeah,
I've said it now. Yeah.
Either that or I'll send him one of my glue holders. It's whatever.
Nah, Phil send us a message as well, mate. To be fair, you can have a mug as well. There you go.
I've got a question about the triplane.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it? Not the kit. I mean the actual plane. When they get a normal plane with 2 wings, and then they get the biplane with the extra wing, and then a triplane with an extra wing, does it make that much difference to the lift? Why? Yeah,
it's a triplane, isn't it? It's like you've only got 2 wings. I've got
3. Is that...
I don't know what the third. If anyone in chat might know, I mean, Vincent's not in, but he'd tell you straight away.
Vincent is in. He just turned up.
Vincent, what did the third wing impart? What benefit did 3 wings give?
Well, it gives you more lift, I should assume.
Yeah, I think it gives you more lift. I think probably the wings were shorter, so.
And why stop at 3? Why not make a quad? I know that you see the old school things of them with 20 wings, but
what was that program called with the stop the pigeon?
The wacky races. Excuse me. Michael Jackman says improves maneuverability. Osric 9000 says apparently triplane was extremely maneuverable. Jeff Longman says tri means 3. Duh. Well, we knew that. We meant what was the reason for 3? we are that bad actually, aren't we? Jamie Bowen says triplane was good as it was more maneuverable and could turn in a tighter circle. More maneuverability from Stewpot, and Vincent says the same. Phil Lewis and Dave Cardboard makes them turn faster because the wings were shorter. But slower speeds, which bit them in the backside only months later, says Vincent.
Yeah, Simon Payne says, catch the pigeon was the cartoon. That's the one.
Yeah, I like Jeff Longman's answer where he said the third wing was just a spare. That's brilliant, yeah.
I like that.
I believe that, yeah.
Yeah, it's there in case the other 2 get shot.
Yeah. Catch the pigeon now. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, I said wacky races, didn't I?
Dick Dastardly.
AJ says Dick Dastardly and Muttley, and Google decided they were all swear words and blocked it. So, so yeah.
Whose turn's watching store next week?
Yours.
It's I think you. I think next week.
Saying that because I asked the question, but I don't think it is.
No, I think it's you next week, and then it's me, and then it's Ted.
I don't know who did it last week. You did, didn't you? So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's you.
Is
Not
it me?
me, is it?
Isn't
I
it
did it last
Crickets
week.
and Skippertons?
I think. No, I think it's
I
either
think
Chris
it
or Ted
might-
next.
Anybody in chat? No.
It's never right.
Has anyone been keeping track?
Jeff Longman says 30% more wing walkers for triplanes.
Mm. Right. I've got lost of that.
Oh God, warn me!
Um,
Oh, that's so loud in my ear.
Actually, it's Foxy's turn.
Not my turn. I did it last week. Or the week before,
yeah,
I think.
you was last week.
I remember last week it being Foxy's and this week being Colin's.
Yeah, because
So
last
it's
week I
either
managed to.
But I don't know which one's which.
Because don't forget, well, it was me last week because I managed to defeat all of you except Ted, who got it instantly. I think the week before was Ted. So it's
Was it?
Chris. Yes, it's you, Chris, next week.
Yeah,
Chris and
it
then
was.
Ted,
Yeah,
and then
because Ted asked me how I got it so quick, wasn't it? Because you changed one of them, didn't you?
Everyone's saying it's Ted's turn. Natalie says it's not Chris, they're too difficult.
me. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll look back in the archives and see.
We'll just fight and then guess.
yeah, well, I'll just nominate somebody. I'm in charge. I'll just nominate.
Day 35 in the Big Brother house. And it's day nomination day, and Ted nominates everybody else.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, you'll have to bring up a news flash during the week.
Oh, not now. Don't say that at him.
Don't say that, God. Let me give me one tip earphone out.
Chris, come in the diary room.
Wait.
Oh, dear.
Do I need to set up a button next time with a Big Ben sound on it? I can do that, you know.
Shall we move on? Shall we do the thing?
I think we should move on. It would be a good idea. What's next?
We got
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, we've
Got
got
giveaway.
Giveaways, wasn't it?
some
Yeah,
things to give away.
I shall lock it on Christoph. It
Are
is
you
locked
locked
on you, my friend.
Okay. Stephen Hill Harris says, I'll do it. I don't think it'll work very well if you know. We wouldn't be able to see the stuff that you chose for watching. No.
Yeah, you could just describe them in chat. You could put. Yeah, we could get the viewers to put it. They could choose a number of items. Just type the number in. Everybody goes across.
Everyone
the
goes and types in that
website.
number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody goes have a look at that number.
Yeah, no. Right. This time we're giving away two things, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yes, last week we had two prizes because Pete came in after a couple of glasses and decided to give lots of things away. Good lad. So yes, we had two prizes last week.
Yes. So I shall share last week's video.
Oh, look at where he's put. Look at that. Just happens to have
Just
stopped on
happened
that.
to be at
frame.
that freeze frame. I no planning at all.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't put a comment on last week's video, you've got about 5 seconds
You
to
have.
do it.
Because I'm going to be copying. Well, I can copy it now because it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
I'm copying the location for last week's video.
Yeah.
I didn't even look to see how many things we've got down the bottom there. We got
Oh, many.
49 comments on there now. So by the time it goes into the other random comment picker, it will be more than that.
Yes.
We
So
asked
you've
for
got a few seconds.
something sailory and something Russian, was it? Or
Yeah, we're giving away a lifeboat and a Russian. Hello.
hang on.
Well, stop
Sorry,
that.
I was just going across to last week's video to have a look at the comments and all this music stuff.
that's the monetization gone. Bye.
Right.
There were two prizes: the Russian car and the lifeboat. were
yes,
the
I
two
should go through.
prizes.
There we go. That's the 7 class lifeboat. I was going to say. But, yeah.
Lifeboat. Reggie. Uh-oh.
172nd scale, and the Russian Soviet passenger car from
MOSKVITCH.
ICBM. I don't know what that is. What's that?
What?
Tires.
Tires.
5 tires.
So we asked you to do a comment for a Russian comment, like in Mother Russia, tires drive you or something, and then something about a lifeboat. I can't remember. Something about orange.
We have
I
to
think.
give the lifeboat. We have to give the lifeboat a name.
Yeah. Oh, that was right. Give a name for the lifeboat.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments we'd had. Clarky says, name the lifeboat after Fox's favourite Star Wars character, Jar Jar's Return.
Yep.
For Mother Russia, entry quote, trust but verify.
Yeah, I like that one.
That lifeboat is so orange, it must be named Chris's fantasy. Lifeboat. I can't sunbathe on the beach because people keep trying to roll me back into the water, says Phil Lewis.
Should I be worried that, like, on Chris's recommended videos are flat Earth videos, but also impressed that there's Warhammer videos?
Yes, it's quite scary. I didn't realise they'd be on the side there, but there we go. Yes.
Yes, it's like Warhammer stuff, great. The flat Earth videos,
occasional computer game ones. Right, the flat Earth ones are funny. You should watch them. They're great.
They just make me angry. I can't. I get too angry.
Right. So yes, I shall go to the YouTube random comment picker of randomness.
Yeah, we've even had comments coming in 1 minute ago, so people are still.
There will be more. When I click this button, this will filter the duplicate users, and we'll just grab all the rest of them.
Everybody ignore the adverts.
It went. I was just about to click it. It ran away.
There you go.
Right. I shall get the YouTube comments. If you're commenting now, you're just in time. But if you're commenting now, it's too late. We have 35 unique comments on that. So people are because people are obviously. I don't want to filter duplicate users because it's going for both comments. So yeah.
Yes.
54.
Remember, you can't win both. We'll pick one.
We'll
That'll
pick
be
the
prize.
first winner out, and then if the next one is for the same prize, we'll keep picking until we get.
And if it's the same person wins twice, we'll keep picking as well. So you can only win one.
Can only win one.
So I shall start the raffle and pick the random winner. The random winner this time is. All these names are going by. We have Stephen Hill Harris.
Well done, Stephen Harris.
Blue Peter has funded 28 lifeboats, so Blue Peter 6 gets my vote.
And that means he's won the lifeboat.
Yeah, I remember sending
That's the lifeboat gone then, yeah?
Yep, that's the lifeboat gone, so well done, Stephen Harris.
The FX177 RNLI 7 class. So if you want to email us with telling us you won that, it's number 07280.
Yeah, make sure to put it in the title of the email so we can see it in the list in the email inbox, and include your name, address, and if your YouTube name is different to your actual name, include that in there as well.
I'm assuming that's probably the real name.
Yes, but you never know.
We
never know. You don't assume anything. Yeah.
It's going to be a nice kit. Well, David, don't forget, when you finished it, send a picture in, put it on the eModels Facebook page.
Yes. Or you could Warhammer it up. That'd be great.
Right, I can click the pick another winner button, and hopefully this will come up with a Russian saying.
Every time I do this on my streams, I end up picking one of my own comments. So
I didn't comment, so there we go.
Good.
Ready?
Good.
Back to that again. Start. If you see your name, you probably haven't won. The winner is indeed Phil Lewis with Russia. In Russia, they mostly speak Russian.
Which is true, possibly.
True facts, yes. Well done. So, Phil Lewis, congratulations. You have won yourself the ICM 135th MOSKVITCH 401420A Soviet passenger car. The eModels number is 35484.
Yes.
Well done.
So, put that in a mail to ted@emodels.co.uk.
Yep.
And congratulations to you as well.
Yeah, well done.
So
make sure you both get an email sent off to, it's up there, ted@emodels.co.uk. Put in the title of the the email what you're sending us a mail for, so we know, and we'll send that off to you guys at eModels, and they'll get them sent out to you. My voice is going. Excuse me.
See, when I do it, it works properly. We get one of each, and
Oh, where's he gone?
It's not locking on Chris now. Oh, come on, lock on Chris.
Did I press
You're invisible now, Chris.
Yeah, that's the bit where you said it was working properly and then it stopped working properly.
It's not locking on Chris for some reason. Let me refresh. I'll refresh and get everybody back on a second.
Yeah.
This may go wrong.
No, it's gone again. No.
There we go. We're back.
I think it must be a problem at Chris's end because he's not.
Yeah, I think Chris has broken his internet.
Can you still hear me?
We can hear you. We just can't see you.
That's fine.
Yeah, we can just see a picture of the car.
Yeah, you're just running a full page advert. Let me try refreshing again. Hang on.
That does it.
Yeah, I'm just doing that myself. So
Chris has fallen over. Well, at least we've got the prizes given out anyway. There we go.
It makes me feel so much better now about my computer.
You have to remember, Colin, we've all got terrible computers at the end of the day. We're all actually running on really bad computers.
It was all on executive high-end stuff.
Oh, God, no.
For some reason, it's saying my camera is muted. So, yeah.
Just alerting you all, the big boss is in.
Yeah.
Oh, buy your beds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's-
everybody watching, do be aware.
yeah,
The governor is watching.
Yeah, I took the tie off as well. So
No, you should have kept the tie on, Ted. You're all slacking now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi,
Do you want
Pete,
to do a bong, Ted?
I just wondered if Chris and Pete are the same person, because Pete,
You never see them
You never
together.
see them in the same room.
yeah, Chris disappears and then Pete turns up.
Colin, you might want to rephrase that actually.
What's that, mate?
Do you want to do a bong? You might want to.
Oh yeah. Do you want to do a News at 10 style sound effect bong, Terry? Teddy.
Terry. Wait a minute. Who's Terry? What? Right.
Oh,
Do you? Shall I do that?
yeah, you can put that.
I'll do that.
You
You
do
talk
that.
for a bit, Chris, and somebody talk, and I'll go and sort something out. Hang on.
Oh, is this to do with? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just got to go and do a thing.
Yeah,
can't-
we're all being good girls tonight, Peter. We've all got Skype. Woo!
Yeah. Ba, 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 ba.
This is a newsflash.
We've got some news coming in. We've got a last minute news flash. We've got news just coming in from
Space.
Yeah, space. Yep. Mark Scopes just mentions that we're now on daylight saving time, so we should be on GMT tonight as well. So anybody that's turned up late.
We're already on GMT.
Yeah.
Right, my machinations have been machinated. I have completed machinating.
Have you completed your task?
My machinations have been completed.
Yeah.
I shall now lock the screen on me.
I'm back. I'll press my buttons. And I'll come
Yay!
back.
What did you do?
I don't know. I unplugged the camera and plugged it back in again. So yeah.
You had the wrong internet, didn't you? Yes, we have. Pete, by the way, so you've seen it, haven't you, Colin?
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. You can say hi, Pete, on camera. You don't have to type it in.
What the viewers don't know is we've got Skype going as well, and Pete Mate's on Skype, and we had to badger Colin to get in Skype, so he's got Skype now. So, but because Pete Mate is in, he's perhaps had a glass of something pleasant, and Mrs. Pete Mate has gone out of the room. He's given us something to give away. Don't say anything out loud, because Mrs. Pete Mate might hear. He might get a slap around the back of the head.
Yeah, we'll just delete this tape tonight.
Yeah, this tape will self-destruct. So we have something to give away, and I shall lock it on me.
It's gonna be
Because
you.
we have. I'm
It'll be
going to try and
you.
do a screen share without breaking everything.
Yeah.
Share screen, and it is there, and we shall do that Inception job, and I shall go to that. We are giving away this puppy. It's the Airfix 148 BAC EE Canberra WT309. It's new in store. It came in this week. They're going hot off the shelves, but they've put one aside because they're giving this one away. So you can win this lovely, lovely retro bit of flying history.
Ooh.
Look at that really awful paint scheme, colour scheme. Not a bad paint job, but a horrible colour scheme. Red, right, terrible. Get it painted like, I don't know, neon green or something.
Isn't it the Canberra that used to have the pilot sat in the cockpit and then the navigator was sat in a little hole below the pilot?
I don't know,
On the
actually.
side of the fuselage, and you couldn't see out or
It
anything.
looks like a little transparent thing at the nose cone.
Could be. Let's have a look. There is a little window at the front.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
the
they
little
could
man.
shoehorned in there, wouldn't they? I don't know.
Could be a little man that sits out the front going, "Cooey, Mr. Shifter."
Left a bit, right a bit.
Yeah.
It's only the bolt.
Let's have a look. It was a bomber, so that could be double as a bomb aiming. It was used as a bomber.
I think it eventually came into an air surveillance type role at things like that. But
Was
I'm
it
sure-
one of those really technical British planes where the bomber had the binoculars instead of a scope?
Oh yeah, this will have been designed in a shed because it's British. Of course it will. All the best things in the history are designed in sheds by men with curly, whirly, high tower hair and a pipe.
Yeah.
Now there are two ways you can win this. It's not just a single giveaway this week. First of all, we are running a giveaway. A giveaway on this show. So if you want to win this, if you want a chance to win this, all you need to do is, as always, wait till this show is finished. It'll be a normal, after about 5 or 10 minutes, it'll be a normal video on the eModels YouTube channel. So find today's show and simply put a comment on there, on the video, a normal comment, not in the chat now, and just put a comment about Australia.
Australia. I was going to say
Yeah.
Australia because Canberra, Australia.
Yeah, so give us a comment about Australia. Could be true or false, we don't care, but make it funny. Funny's good. Australia's full of everything that wants to kill you.
Make it family friendly as well, because
Yes,
might
yeah, because it's going to be shown on the telly.
Yeah, family friendly, no swears or anything like that. So just put a comment about Australia and we will pick a winner next Monday. However, if you want a second chance to win one of these, you can also, right now at the moment, there is an offer on the Facebook page, the eModels Facebook page. You can see it here. They are also giving one away if you simply like and share the post on the Facebook page. That will put you in a list to win one of these kits as well. So make sure to pop along to eModels UK, I think it is on Facebook. eModels Ltd is the Facebook page. It's a post up there. It's up at the top. Make sure to like and share it. And that'll put you in the running to win it, so you can have 2 chances to win. So there you go. So like and share the post on Facebook and stick a comment on this show when it's finished, and you can potentially win this lovely plane. I think it's also a new tooling as well. So there you go. It's one of the
that's even better then.
Yeah, it's a very limited edition release as well. So there's not a lot of these being made. I don't know what the kind of production one would be. You never know with these things, but yes. So get your comment on and get your post shared, and you get 2 chances to win.
Don't forget, you have to comment on the video, not on the chat tonight. Comment on the video.
Yep. So let me just stop sharing that. When my menu goes away, I shall close that down, and I shall break something probably. Can I stop sharing that?
You have stopped sharing. Yes.
Have I? For some reason, my thing wouldn't. There we go. So give that a go. 2 chances to win.
There's a comment that we've got in our little secret chat room thing.
Oh, yes.
That's still a thing tomorrow?
What? What are we on about? What?
In the mod admin chat.
Oh, not in Skype, you mean?
Not in Skype. No, sorry. In the actual one.
No, that's November.
Yes.
Not October.
No, that's what I thought.
Yes.
That's why I was confused and yeah.
Yes, Dad. That's November.
No,
dude, not October. We're not there yet. It's not Christmas yet, Dad.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, Dad was asking about something. He's like, yeah, that's a month away yet, Dad.
Yeah.
Right, that about wraps us up for the evening, I think.
Yeah.
Once again, you've got to stay till the end because you never know if there's going to be a giveaway.
Yeah, because Pete Mate might come along and give things away like he does.
We didn't know there's going to be a giveaway, so yeah.
Yeah, it just depends when Mrs. Pete Mate slinks off and he's like, I've got 5 minutes, quick, give this away, quick, shh, don't say anything.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just going up for the shower, Pete. I'll be back in a minute. Right now, lads. Oh, yeah.
We've had some information in chat about the model and people giving feedback saying, yeah, the new Canberra. Nice colour scheme. It's the one that the old Vulcan to the Sky Trust people are trying to get to fly again. It's the lovely raspberry ripple livery.
Oh, nice.
Mark Scope says, what a beauty. I was only joking when I was taking the mickey. Michael Jackman says, one of the few designs that the Americans bought from us are built under license. So cool. Australia not in the Rugby World Cup final, says Jamie Bone. Oh. Let's have a look. Australia, one day they'll get a parole, said someone, and it moved. Apologies, I can't see who that was.
That was Gaz Vickers.
Hello, Gaz. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Don't mention the rugby Wales, says Cynical Steve. I'm still mourning the Wales' demise. Yes, Dad seems to think it was Black Friday tomorrow, but forgot it's next month, not this month.
And not Friday.
And the fact that this is Monday and tomorrow's Tuesday.
Bless you, Dad.
Yeah, I think the 29th of November will be Black Friday. So
have you been huffing the donuts again, Dad? Have you been huffing the donut crumbs?
I think he's had a sugar rush, hasn't he?
I think maybe. Yeah, he says, yep, Phil, seen you a moment. There you go.
Right. Well, on that note then, I think we'll close down for the evening.
On that bombshell. We've got everything. We've done the giveaways. We've done the other giveaways. We've done the what's in store.
So it's quite good that we've got a giveaway because it gives us so much to do next week.
Yeah.
It's the fact that everything went so super professional.
Super professional.
Super professional right from the start, right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So on that note, well, thank you all very much for watching us again tonight. eModels at 9. And we'll leave you to it. And thank you all for watching.
Hang on a bit. I think he's going to press the button.
I'm getting ready to press buttons.
Yeah,
oh, no, Dad. Oh, no.
Thank you very much. Work.
Good bless.
Yeah, thank you all. Good night.
That didn't work, did it?
Do we all have to get the papers now and do the?
Yeah.
I know the buttons went a bit wrong. Bye. Bye.